per capita has long been in the front rank among all Chinese cities.
And thanks to the oil industry of this city, and that's why make it one of the richest places here in China.
It's hard to imagine, I'd say, that this place was once a barren region, but since oil was discovered here in 1955, this exploitation industry has brought people here and accelerated its urban development.
So at the beginning of our live streaming, we are going to introduce you a piece of equipment. Without it, nothing could be possible. It's called nodding donkeys. What is that? Dongxue, tell us more.
Where there is oil, there are palm jacks, also known as nodding donkeys. Here in the city of Karamay, which means black oil in Uyghur language, one can see a stretch of desert landscape dotted with innumerable oil rigs and these nodding donkeys. And these moving hammer-like structures extract oil from underground and are crucial to meet the oil needs of China and the world. But how do these nodding donkeys actually work?
This is mechanical oil extraction. All rely on the pumping unit, the lever, supports, and the beam to drive the rod up and down repeatedly. The rod carries the underground pump that extracts oil like an injector.
It might sound easy, but this is a significant process and an amazing sight to behold. According to estimates, Xinjiang has 21 billion tons of oil reserves, a fifth of China's total, and major new deposits continue to be discovered.
But in fact, the city of Karamay is not just all about oil exploration. It's also about cutting-edge technology, because the city is modernizing its technology by absorbing a lot of new stuff. So, as you can tell, we have come into the cabin. We have a new friend joining us. Hello. Hi.
Hello, Fleance Kai. Thank you for joining us. So
Thank you for having
Fleance
me.
is from Cameroon, and you've been living here for 5 years as an English teacher. So why do you choose to come to Xinjiang in the first place and then settle down in this city?
Okay, I'm going to start by talking about a friend of mine who was in Urumqi, and he called me one time and told me, wow, the food here is great. And it's just like home. So when I heard about that, I was like, okay, I was planning to come to China, so maybe that's the perfect place for me to, settle down. So it was mainly about the food, and also about my passion for teaching, because I came here mainly to be an English teacher, so I really wanted to come to Xinjiang because of that,
And it's interesting because you said you work as an English teacher, and some people would have the stereotype saying that Xinjiang is a far and remote area. So I'm really interested in learning about how the children or students over here connected with the rest of the world.
Well, right now it's very easy, with the internet and all that. Most people actually, they could get in contact with teachers online. Because me, for one, I actually looked for a job online, and I got in contact with the school, and we talked. So most of the foreigners here actually had the jobs that they get online,
So people would have the similar opportunities as
of
other
course,
people over here.
of course, Xinjiang is far, actually, but not as far as we think. With the internet, I think everything is so close.
And I was wondering what sort of changes you have seen and experienced throughout years, and how do you like the life here in Karamay? Compared to other cities you've been living in?
Okay, so Xinjiang, first of all, I think it's one of the safest places that I've ever been to. It's really safe here, and it gets safer as time goes by. So the changes that I've experienced here are mostly on that perspective, like safety and also my lifestyle. Mostly because now I can, speak a little bit of Chinese. When I just came, I couldn't, and now I can. So I communicate with the people better, and I think life gets better and easier, with that right now.
Yes, thank you, Fleance, for sharing those stories with us.
You're welcome.
So, as we just talked about how the city arose and changed, actually, the residents of Karamay are in the third generation. And our reporter Dong Xue earlier explored a local restaurant called The Memory of the Oil City and found there some old items help keep the city's history alive.
And this is the drill from the oil pumping unit. You'd think I was in a museum, but actually this is in a restaurant. Well, because of the pandemic, dining in isn't allowed right now, so this place might look a little bit empty. However, it carries rich memories for the oil city.
Stepping into the restaurant, you can tell the layout is inspired by 1960s design. Yes, this was the first oil wheel discovered in Karamay. The design has evolved as the decades have changed, from the 1960s to the 1990s. To connect the local culture and food to create a place where senior oil workers not only eat, but can remember the past.
不仅仅是餐厅，而且勾起他们以前曾经的这些回忆。
这儿还放了一些什么麦克风架，平时是有这儿有演出什么的吗？
对的。
Yes, in order to provide a better atmosphere for guests.
更有气氛吧。
到这里住吗？我能忘过你。
基本上。
The most ordered dish is stewed tofu with cabbage, which brings back memories. We use the aluminum lunchboxes that were used during the 1980s and 90s to maintain the authenticity of the dish. We use the cups with Xinjiang Petroleum Administrative Bureau printed on them. Back then, every household used them.
征集了1年多的时间。
It took us more than a year to collect the 100 antiques that you say displayed in our restaurant.
然后对我们这个80后。
For the post-80s and 90s generations, they can feel the hard work of the older generations while dining.
对于我们的这个。
For tourists, they can learn about Karamay as they are enjoying their meals here.
快的了解克玛依。
Today, as you can tell, the cultural and creative sector is booming in this city, including a catering place like this and also a fountain-like show like the one we can see
Certainly,
here.
Look at the window, look outside of the window, we can see the fountains. It's also, we can also tell that people are outside enjoying the scene, and then we're actually a live cruise, so a lot of people are taking pictures of us, so hello to you guys. And also, as we mentioned, today we talk about the oil industry,
and cutting-edge
how
technology.
It's being more advanced. Actually, the city is transforming it into a very smart city, and in fact, more than 100 applications of smart city have been applied over here, including hospital registration, booking, as well as food and entertainment. So there's much more to come, and people's livelihood are continue improving in this romantic city. Well, that's it for us, and our conversation will continue on our social media platforms as well as CGTN app. But for our TV audience, it's back to Beijing studio.
Wow, great stuff and beautiful night view there in Karamay, the city of black oil. Thank you so much, Yunfei, and of course our reporters there covering this event. Well, tomorrow, CGTN reporters will visit the city of Tacheng. Join us again on China 24 or tune in to Global Watch at 400 GMT or 1200 Beijing time. In the meantime,
You must be seeing fountain for a lot of times.
Yeah, actually. The fountains are great, Every time, in the evenings when I have time, I just come around, walk and take a walk around, and it's really refreshing, kind of. Yeah.
I'm just curious to learn how many like friends, international friends, do you have over here in Karamay?
Well,
would you say that this is a really international city?
Of course it is. It is. We have so many people here. I wish you had the opportunity to meet all of them, Yeah, we have so many friends here in Karamay, and we often hang out, and yeah, this is a really great international city, I guess. Yeah.
And what is the biggest attractions for the foreign community?
Here in Karamay,
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to start by talking about the people, the people who I interact with, like the foreigners here. Yeah, most of them are here for jobs. Yeah, and Well, but aside that, they have a life to live. So they look at things like maybe the safety for one, and also the cleanliness of the city. Yeah, it's so clean here and it's beautiful. Yeah, the food is great, the people are friendly. Yeah, so those are one of the things that really, some of the things that really attract people to Karamay city. And also Karamay is a rich city, so yeah.
Look at the lights outside.
Of course.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
It's very, very beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, when we were planning for this live streaming, we thought maybe it's because for Xinjiang, 9 p.m. over here, it's still like not quite dark.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very beautiful.
And it's interesting because I heard that you mentioned the word cleanliness.
Yeah.
Of a city. But when it comes to Karamay, I don't know if you know about it when you decided to move here, because it's an oil city. So when it first come to the oil city, we might thought it's
what was your first impression?
Okay. Well, I never thought about it like maybe if it's the oil city, maybe it's not going to be like that, you know. But I just thought that maybe I also saw pictures.
Is that online. A surprise for you?
Yeah, it was a surprise actually, but I saw pictures of like the main places around Karamay. Yeah, and because now we have the internet, I can always search for information and all that. Yeah, so but when I came here, I was like, wow, you know, this is a great place, and it's quiet, no traffic, nothing. So the roads are clear. You can't be late for an appointment or a class or something like that. Yeah, so I think it's really great here.
How long have you been here?
5 years.
5 years?
Yeah, this is
but
my
you've been
sixth year.
You've been in China for 6 years. So
for 6 years.
This city is not your first choice, right?
Yeah, it's actually not my first choice.
And what's the first?
Coming to China. Well, I was, you know, every time someone thinks of China, we think of Beijing.
True, Shanghai.
The big cities, right?
Even in Xinjiang, you probably think about Urumqi.
Of course, that's true. But when I came here, I was like, okay, I'd rather come to Xinjiang because, like I told you, I heard about how great the food was. Yeah, and the various diverse cultures that we have in Xinjiang. I really enjoy, you know, learning more about the culture of Xinjiang and
they have,
the people.
What's the special food over here in Karamay?
Yeah.
They have we had liang pi.
Yeah, liang pi.
It's this for lunch today.
Yeah.
Liang pi. What's the English in liang pi?
I don't even
There's nothing you can describe.
Yeah, I can't even describe that. I don't even know what it's made.
I don't even
from.
know what's it made of.
Yeah, me too. Me too. But it tastes
so
really
sorry
good.
to our
Yeah?
international audience. If you don't know what that is, you should come and taste it.
Yeah, it's really good. It's delicious. You guys want to try it?
Yeah. It's kind of a dessert. And it's not a dessert actually.
Not a dessert.
It's not a.
Yeah, they eat it like for
grain. It's part of grain. I don't know.
Maybe.
But
my favorite is like it's called da panji.
Chicken.
Yeah, the chicken with potatoes, and that one is delicious too. Yeah.
It usually comes with a big amount. Like,
yes.
There's a lot.
In a big plate.
In a big plate.
Yeah.
So you're a teacher. I'm really curious. How would you students think of the outside world? Have you talked about? Would they be interested in Cameroon, or they?
Definitely, they will. Reasons being that, you know, when you haven't been to a place, you haven't met a friend who is from that place, probably you will not know much about that place. Yeah, so interacting with them, talking about Cameroon to them, showing them pictures, and they would love to travel one day and go to Cameroon. And I have been telling them, if you want to go to Cameroon, you need to learn the English. And now they are so interested in maybe learning the foreign language, and because, you know, even with the globalization right now, they want to travel and see the world.
And also your students, they're in different ethnic minorities as well.
They are, yes.
They're not only Han people, what else? Kazakhstan.
Kazakhs, Uyghurs, Mongolians, they are so diverse,
And do they take your lessons mostly for examination, or do they have the passion to just learn a new language and just see the outside world?
Well, I like that question. Yeah, they actually have a passion for English. That's what really amazes me. Yeah, they do. They love English so much, and most of the times I ask them like, okay, yeah, let me ask you, why do you want to study this English? And I get amazing responses. They tell me, yeah, apart from the fact that it's like a second language in China, yeah, we have to communicate with the outside world, you know? Yeah, and China is a fast-growing economy, and they also know about that. Yeah, so they know that they have to maybe go outside one day, travel abroad, playing, for pleasure, maybe even for work. Yeah, they need the English. So a higher percentage of the students actually study English because they have a dream. Yeah, not just for examination.
Is it something that's happening just in recent years, or?
Well, I noticed this when I came here, actually, yeah. And with the fact that they see me as a foreigner, yeah, they have that, they now know that, well, the English that we're studying, oh, it finally had use. Let me talk to this guy. Yeah, they have that mentality, and they'll come up to me, and I'll be like, oh, sorry, I can't speak Chinese. And they will try their best to express themselves in English as much as they can. Yeah.
And vice versa. How did you learn Chinese? Your Mandarin is really good.
Well, my Chinese, actually, I learned in a school. Yeah, I actually found a teacher, yeah, who taught me the basics of Chinese. And then, just for like 6 months, yeah.
6 months of serious learning.
Of serious learning, yeah.
Boom, you're good.
No, I wasn't, actually. I felt like, you know, I couldn't say anything. I felt like it was a waste of time, but it wasn't, actually. When I went out onto the, to the streets and communicated with the people, then I knew that, oh, those 6 months were not wasted. Yeah, so Chinese also, I learned Chinese on the streets, talking to drivers, taxi drivers, at the supermarkets, at the malls. Yeah, each time I go out to buy something, I would have to maybe learn the words in Chinese, how to communicate with the people. And when I go out, I just practice. Yeah.
It's really hard to imagine living in a country that it's not your native language, especially when you come, you have zero knowledge about the local language itself. Also, a lot of foreigners, they would choose to live in bigger cities like Shanghai or Guangzhou, but Karamay certainly is not their first option. What advice would you give to our international audience if they decide to come to Karamay or other smaller, comparatively cities? Okay,
well, talking about coming to China, the first recommendation I'll give our foreign audience is Karamay. Yeah, wow. Because, yeah, trust me, they're going to enjoy it here. This is a nice place. It's beautiful. It's quiet. It has the fun. It has the nightlife. It has everything a foreigner will ever want in a city. Yeah, it's beautiful. You can see, as you can see around, you know, it's really amazing.
But it could be a painful process of learning Chinese.
Yeah, actually, yeah. But I think if you want to do something, you could do it. Yeah, it's living in a country, I think it's easier to learn the language there. Yeah, because you always hear it everywhere you go. Yeah.
You also mentioned that this place is getting more and more safe over here just now in our TV live. What do you mean by that? And how was your feeling about the security situation here in Xinjiang?
Okay, just like every other city, when you go out, you're like scared. You know, at night. Let me not just say go out. Yeah, when you go out late at night, you're scared. Maybe pickpockets or thieves or something like that. Yeah. When I just came to Xinjiang, I had that experience. Yeah. I got my wallet stolen. But after like a year, you know, everything was just great. Yeah. And I noticed that people went out late at night and they didn't worry much about security and all that. Yeah. And I go out, every time I go out, like, yeah, you could see some police officers who are like really taking care of the streets and stuff like that. So I really feel safe when I see them around, you know? Yeah.
So that's basically because of the government is putting a lot of work in terms of security,
Yeah.
in terms of terrorists to kind of get battle against the terrorist attack.
That's true.
And then when there's more like police forces, basically there's no stolen anymore.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. So I think the government has done a wonderful job in Xinjiang. Yeah, a great job. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. How much knowledge do you have? What kind of bridge? This is a beautiful bridge over there outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
We
just
have no
mentioned
knowledge.
nightlife here in Xinjiang.
In Xinjiang, yeah.
Though it's an industrial city, that is,
Yeah.
it's regarded as an old one, maybe.
It's-
Yeah, but
No,
now
you mentioned 1950s, right?
1950s, yeah.
1950s.
But the oil field is the oldest one.
It's the oldest
in
one.
in China.
Mhm.
But today we can see a lot of pop culture stars, like
Also from
rappers,
Karamay,
yeah, and the
definitely.
stand-up comedy performers.
Yes.
They come from Karamay.
Karamay, yeah.
No, well, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Karamay is not only an oil city, you know. Yeah, we also have fun here. We go out, we
What
party.
do you usually go
Yeah, what
out
do you-
at night?
yeah.
Well, with the foreigners group here, like the community here, we have like parties that we attend. Yeah, we organize parties, especially at the end of the year. Yeah, maybe at Christmas or maybe any festive period. We just we get together and we drink some locally made beer.
Oh, that's
No?
wusu.
Yeah, the wusu, yeah, that's true. Uh-huh. We really enjoy drinking that beer, you know. So we party at night here.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
As you can tell, this is a really quiet town. Beijing or Shanghai is definitely not like
Yeah,
this.
quiet but not down.
Quiet but not down. And we're perhaps the only cruise on the river already.
That's true.
I heard this. Well, maybe correct me if I'm wrong. I heard this is a river that has a lot of romantic stories, like the river of romance.
Yeah, of course.
You heard of that?
Well,
Or this is how other people tell me.
I heard of it actually, but I haven't witnessed it. Yeah. I
So
haven't
something will happen tonight.
But I
Well,
heard that
Good luck to you. So who can we encounter?
We never know.
Never know. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. I heard that your own romantic story also took place here in
Oh yeah.
now that your your wife has also
Yeah.
moved
Mhm.
to Karamay.
Yeah, my wife is also here actually. Yeah, we met a couple of years ago, and we got married in 2018. Yeah, so now we're living here in Karamay, and it's beautiful. Yeah. So sometimes, like you say, this is a romantic river. Yeah, we come here, we ride the boat, and we share stories. You know. Yeah. So, like I said, I didn't have the opportunity to experience that romance, as he said.
Encounter someone.
Yeah, but I did that with my wife. So yeah.
And do you two have any future plans
Well,
here in the city?
Open a school.
We
Yeah.
come on. Well, for now, I could say I never know my plans here in China. Things just get better and better. Yeah, the first time I came here, I was just like, I want to be here for a year. Yeah, and then later on, okay, let me just be 2 years, and then 3 years, and 4, and 5, and 6, and now I'm here, you know? And I still don't feel the need to go back home. Reasons being that this place is so comfortable for me. Yeah,
In
the
terms
lifestyle,
of
yeah, the lifestyle, the people, you know, the community. I feel safe. I feel at home right here in Karamay. Yeah, so maybe if things work out well, maybe we could stay here forever. Who knows? Yeah.
How much development did you see in the past 6 years over here in this small town?
Well, it's been great, actually. Yeah, it's been great. We've noticed new buildings, new restaurants, new bars. Yeah, more lighting, and you know, the roads have been amazing too. Yeah, so I think everything is going well.
Certainly, we're passing through
Yeah.
a bridge. You can tell the infrastructure of this town. Come on, this is one of the richest places in China. I'm just,
Yeah, one of the richest.
I couldn't imagine, like, simply because of the oil. Really impressive.
And it is reported that people here are the happiest.
The happiest
Yes,
place, just because of the pace of living and how much money they got, the industry development, and also I heard they're also doing a smart city as well. A lot of cutting edge technology, cloud computing, a lot of things are going underway, and a smart city application, more than 140 of them is already undertaken so far. So I would choose to live in a smaller town if I'm not a journalist.
Oh, you're welcome to Karamay. If you want to choose a small town, just come to Karamay, please. Yeah, you guys are welcome here.
And how much do you like Xinjiang? I mean, like, what's the uniqueness of this, like, mysterious land for many of our audience, in fact?
Well, first of all, I want to start by talking about the people of Xinjiang. Yeah, because I think that is the background of a city. Yeah, the people here are really friendly. Yeah, they're hospitable, they're welcoming. Yeah, so that is one of the first aspects that maybe I always look at when I want to visit a place. Yeah, so friendliness is all that Karamay got. Yeah, and also we have the quiet. Yeah, for those who enjoy quiet, I think Karamay is the best place for you to come, and enjoy it.
It has this very small population over here.
Yeah, that's true. And the traffic is not congested and stuff like that. Yeah, so I think you could enjoy your life here. You want to be there in 10 minutes, you'll be there in 10 minutes. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And also the food. Ooh, I can't stop talking about that.
But what about vegetable? I mean, like, because you guys eat so much meat.
Yes, we do. We do. That is actually the main thing that people eat here. Xinjiang people, they love eating meat.
Yeah.
Mutton, beef, you can name it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really enjoy eating meat. And we have fresh vegetable here, like straight from the farm.
As well.
Yeah, fruits as well. Watermelon is great, you know, and that's my favorite fruit. This is the season, and I eat like 2 watermelons a week alone. Yeah, so yeah, it's great.
As you can tell, we're coming to you live from Karamay, and this is a small town that is known for its rich oil industry. In fact, this Karamay in Uyghur means black oil, so the city is established based on the oil industry, and also now it's transforming its technology into the modernized city, a smart city as well. But this is a very neat city over here, and as we travel on a cruise, we can see people, not many people actually at the 2 banks, but when we just got departure, certainly a lot of people would be more engaged. So if you have any questions, so please leave your comments on our social media platforms, on Facebook, and leave your comments and ask questions, and we can certainly respond to your questions. But hopefully somebody can cue us. If anyone has any question on our social media platforms, also on Weibo, we're actually on a journey called Amazing Xinjiang. What do you feel so far, Yilei? What do you think? I mean, well, we try to be very excited on TV, but I'm so exhausted.
Yeah, you guys have been going round and round. I just wish you guys could come more often, you know? Show the world about how amazing Xinjiang is, yeah.
Certainly, certainly. This is a very nice place. So we started from Kuktokai a couple of days ago, and then we came to Beitun.
Yeah.
And then we came to
Kanas.
The place is so beautiful over there, and we experienced Mongolian ethnic minority culture, and what else? And then we came here. Tomorrow there's something you got something.
Yeah.
Like really, really fabulous.
We're gonna head to the border town of Tacheng.
Wow. Tacheng is a
And
nice
then
place.
Ile will host a wedding.
Oh, that's nice.
There are like 50 people over
Uh-huh.
there, and then he will like, you guys listen to me.
Okay.
And that
Wow.
family has roots in 6 different ethnic backgrounds.
Okay, wow. So there will be like a rich culture all together in the same
True.
place. Cultural explosion.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice.
Trying to get on Facebook to see if people got any questions over here. Just to prove that we are live streaming. And take some time, keep talking.
And then you can also leave questions for Fleans.
Yeah,
Know
go
more
ahead, leave
about,
any questions
Yeah, life in Karamay.
about Amazing Xinjiang,
Yeah.
about our projects.
Okay. Well, Karamay, my city. This place actually, it's great. Yeah, and I wish you guys could stay longer. You say you're going tomorrow. I wish we could do this like 3 times a week. Yeah, show the world, go to different places around Karamay and show them really how amazing it is. Yeah. Karamay is great. Did you have the opportunity to try some local food?
Yes, a lot.
Okay. So what did you actually have that really intrigued you, that you enjoyed?
Well, the dapanji is also, one of my favorite.
Yeah, that's my favorite
Yeah,
too.
and I had a lot of nice dessert.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, in Tacheng.
Okay. Okay.
And yesterday we drove past a small town named Birching, and the fish there was really good.
Wow. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm happy you're enjoying it.
826 people watching us live. You guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to toss us any questions, and then leave your comments on our social media platforms. It's interesting while you're doing the live stream and then see the comments on Facebook as well. Okay, I think we're coming back to the place where we board and we get on board, and maybe we'll leave you with the fountains in front of us. Look at that, so beautiful. And we thank you for your company, and please continue joining us on Amazing Xinjiang, because there are 20 more days to come.
Yes.
And Ile is hosting a wedding tomorrow.
Yeah.
So please stay tuned.
Be sure to stay tuned with us.
All right.
More.
And thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me. Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right.
Welcome.
I'll take care and have a good
Have a
evening.
good evening.
And have a good rest of the day, wherever you are in the world.